What's up, folks? It's your boy Bob Hollywood back with another video. I almost said review. You see this display stand, this riser, and that means only one thing. Well, it can mean two things, but today it means that I'm going to give you my top 10 favorite figures that I have reviewed for the month of February. You can't see them just outside of the camera. There are 10 figures, and we're going to go over them. I will say that February was not as easy for me as January. Overall, I don't think I like these figures as much as I like January. There's not even a think. I don't like these figures as much as I enjoyed the figures in January. Now, there are some that I really enjoyed, but overall. So, without further ado, my 10th favorite figure that I reviewed in the month of February is going to be this Pramat in her suburban uniform. I don't know. I just like this outfit. I like this civilian look. I just like this civilian look. It could just be a civilian in my action figure world, in Holly world. And my camera is freaking out right now. So I'm just going to go ahead and put her back there on the stand. That's number 10. I don't know why my camera just decided to go absolutely crazy. Number 9, and I know I lumped a bunch of praise on the actor, which is well deserved. I just finished watching the original Rocky, and I didn't think I was going to watch all of them, but I think I'm going to watch all of them, including the dreaded Rocky 5. But number 9 is Greef Karga. There's nothing wrong with this figure, and this speaks to my opinion on February as a whole. There's nothing wrong with this figure. It's just that there's nothing remarkable about this figure either. So, yeah, he makes it to the top 10. Number 8, same thing. Nothing remarkable about this figure. This is probably this is less remarkable than Greef. It's just that it's better, if that makes sense. I don't know. But yeah, we have Phastos from the ill-fated Eternals film and the even worse fated Build-A-Figure line of Gilgamesh. So yeah, it's crazy. I don't have anything to say about him. He's shiny and purple. So that's about it. But there's nothing remarkable about these figures. And the only reason why those two are in front of her, because I like her more, honestly, it's just that they're better figures. So I had to put some respect on them, but I do think that I do like her more. Number 7 is going to be this. Wow, I just drew a blank. I am mad. I cannot think of her name. Wow. We're just going to call this a Rosario Dawson figure. This figure is decent. I'll be honest, I haven't posed around and played with many of these figures. I played with like 2 or 3. So I haven't given her due diligence in terms of, do I like playing with this toy? But there's nothing wrong with her. There's nothing wrong with her at all. She's just like the others, not remarkable. And I can't think of her name right. Ahsoka Tano. I'm a horrible person. Number 6. The last spot in the top and the bottom 6. I actually love this figure. Again, not very much playability, posability. She's as stiff as the other Conehead figures, but I just love this look. This is Connie. I keep calling her Connie. Connie, I don't know if this is considered civilian or if this is just her outfit. She didn't have 2 figures in the line, but I love this figure. I love the denim look. I love the little, the teenage look. I love the tattoo on her head. I got nothing negative to say about this figure. If somehow there were a new Coneheads line that's not 7-inch, so not NECA or McFarland or, Super 7, if it's just a 6-inch line, I would love to see this figure in plastic again. Okay, so we're moving to the top 5. Top 5 for me, or number 5 for me, is one of the few that I have played with. It is this Sin. And if you remember during the review for this guy, I said I wanted to use his hit for a custom. So far, his hit is too large for the buck I was going to put it on. Still got to do some experimentation. I would have put this guy lower. I would have put this guy at number 10, honestly. He's just a little bit awkward with the ankles, but he does look so awesome. I don't know. This is all over the place. This ranking is all over the place. I've already told you that I like 10 more than 9 and 8, and number 6 could possibly have been number 1, but I felt like I would have felt guilty if I put that at number 1. So anyway, this guy, he gets to stay a complete figure for now. But when I find the right buck, this head is coming off, and then this figure, I'll do something else with. There are other options. But he's not unremarkable. I just don't necessarily like him. It's something about the scale. It's something about, I don't know, the way the articulation runs. Okay, so we're in the bottom 4, top 4. I do kind of feel guilty about this figure. And if you remember when I reviewed this figure, I talked about her being top heavy, and that is this Jessica Drew, Spider Woman. She's just so top heavy. She's gonna fall over. There's no standing her up, which is unfortunate. Beautiful figure. It's just literally no way to stand her up no way to consistently stand her up without peg holes. But beautiful figure, weird hands. I don't know if I've seen these hands anywhere. Beautiful. I love the head sculpt. I love that there's a pregnant woman action figure. There aren't going to be many pregnant women action figures. Of course, I could say Ahsoka Tano's pregnant and she's like 2 weeks pregnant. Of course, you could say that. But this woman is very visibly pregnant, just like there aren't that many fat guy action figures. It's just a rarity. If not, an anomaly. But I gotta sit her down because again she won't stand, and I was hoping to avoid that, but we've already started knocking figures over. Okay, so top 3, number 3, and this is again kind of cheating like I did with Beachhead in January. Is this figure? This figure here, Jaina. I had Jaina for a while. I've had multiple versions of this figure, or not versions, but multiple copies of this figure. I like this figure. I don't care what anyone says. Same thing I just said about Spider-Woman. I love the hair. I just love the details. I'd rather play with this than any of the figures on those top 2 risers. Again, if Jessica could stand up, she would. But I love this figure. I really do. I love this Jaina. She's a cool figure. I didn't like her movie, but you don't have to. I didn't even see her movie or her TV show or anything she's in. I've barely seen his show. I haven't seen his show or movie. So you don't have to. And I don't remember the Coneheads. I've seen the Coneheads. I love how everyone here has a movie except for Sin, technically. Number 2. Whew. So this is easy. This is easy, and she probably would have been number 1, but I started playing more with number 2, the who I have in number 1 now. But number 2 is going to be this Diana, the Acrobat. I like this figure. I think she looks good. I think Hasbro did a good job with this. And I think this is the second Dungeons & Dragons figure I've reviewed. The other one being from the movie of last year, 2 years ago. I like this figure. Very plain. Looks good. Looks like she's in the wilderness. Looks like she could be a native somewhere. Like I told you, this is going to be my King Grayskull's daughter. I don't even have a King Grayskull action figure, but she fits that aesthetic for me. And if it wasn't for who I have at number 1, this would be number 1. Just noticing her knees are slightly different color than her body. They look like knee pads. But I like this figure. She would have been number 1 if I didn't play around with number 1 and get to liking it. So, without further ado, I've given you 9 through 2. Number 1 is coming to you, and that is a Marvel that's Baloo. I like playing with this figure. At first I thought he was too slender. He is slender, but I like playing with this figure. And he's another one. I bought this head sculpt for a customer. And I was like, that might still happen, but I do enjoy this figure. I don't know why. I was playing around with it. I had him beating up another figure, and the other figure beating him up, and it was a blast. It was a blast. He doesn't give me any issues standing up. He's just narrow from the hips on down. He's just a narrow figure. But I like this guy. This guy was awesome. I would recommend getting this guy if you like awesome toys. Look at those boots, man. Those boots are awesome. He's got a little leather vest or denim vest, man. He's a good cut. He's a good guy. And look at that head, that face. Yeah, man. What's not to love? What's not to love? Anyway, folks, that's it. I'm not going to take all your day, your evening, your morning, whatever. I'm not. I showed you my top 10, and I'm going to get out of here. So, love yourselves, because I love you. Action figures speak louder than words.